Hello, hi. Welcome to Thashna Walsh Lifestyle Therapy. I am Dr. Thashna Walsh, and you wouldn't believe it. I had to do this video twice because I did it before and it wasn't recording somehow. I'm not sure why, but doing it again. So nice, got to do it twice, right? Okay, so this video is about walking into the new year as a new version of yourself. So I want to call it New Year, New You, question mark. So what kind of year have you had so far? Have you had a year that you're proud of? Have you had a year that's sort of just been meh? Or have you had a year that has just been one challenge after the other and you haven't really gotten any further than when you started off? Or you had a year that's just so sad and so terrible that you just want to forget it and quickly move on to the next one? Whatever it is, just bring to your awareness the year. Just kind of run it through your mind from January, February, March, all the way into July, then into August, September. And now, whenever you're listening to this, probably in December 2023, what kind of year have you had? My year? My year has been quite interesting, you know? So if I think about it in terms of what we're going to be talking about, the old me versus the new me. The old me is the me up until this moment right now. And the new me is a person I want to take into year 2024 and become that person. Yeah. And grow from that person to become even a more evolved version of myself. So it's all about ascension. Okay. It's about us women ascending to be more powerful, more of who we are supposed to be. Because life and all of its challenges from we were born to now has kind of has a lot of us on a setback where we're fearful of walking into certain things because we think it's we're not good enough. We're not going to be loved. People are going to judge us. And we're going to embarrass ourselves. Whatever the reason is for you, it's usually around one of those areas if you really check it. So therefore, we sometimes live a mundane life. We only do a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And we just become almost like satisfied because we think we need to be satisfied with the little that we have. But we're not here to be satisfied with little. We're here to be satisfied with the fullness of who we are. Okay? The fullness of who we are. That might be little in some people's eyes, might be a lot. Okay, but you need to feel fulfilled. If you're not feeling fulfilled in your life, then you haven't quite got there. Okay, so therefore we need to progress from the old self into the new self. So who is your old self? When you look at the old self and the person you want to shed, the person that's holding you back, the person that's no longer making progress. And we know what progress last chat talk that I did was around the idea of making progress. Because if we're not making progress, then we are just not really living. So, who is that person that you need to relinquish? What are those personalities that you need to let go of? What is that, those characteristics that we need to just release? Who, what is the essence of that person that you need to just set free? Just let her go. For me, it's overcoming a fearful mindset. I've worked years through this anxiety and fear, but there's some residual bits that come up from time to time when I get triggered. You know, somebody may say something um, or something may happen. I get a call from a bank or something and it's like, oh my God, what's the matter? But that kind of stuff is coming from something that's happened ages ago, but you made a program in your mind to put you on alert just in case something like that happened again. so that you will know how to perform, how to behave, what to do. But those behaviors are now not serving anymore because that problem is no longer existing. So why do you behave like that when something similar to it happens? Why? Because it's a program. So we need to let go of those programs. Okay. So it's a process we go through on a daily basis. And we remember, and each time we do it, we get stronger and we get a lot more clear. So in time, when things like that happen again, it doesn't phase you, it doesn't rock your boat, it doesn't do anything. It's just something that's happening and you deal with it and it's done. Okay. So what are those things that are holding you back? So I've talked about the fearful thoughts um, that may pop up from time to time, compromising myself, putting myself last instead of putting myself first. Okay. So bending over backwards for people that sometimes don't even appreciate what you're doing for them. Okay. But the thing is, you're not really doing it for that. You're doing it because you want to do it. But sometimes you do it at the expense of your own time, your own well being. And that's one thing I'm putting aside for for this year. Okay, I'm going to put myself first to make sure that I have got my oxygen mask on, so then when I fully am oxygenated and I am safe, then I can take care of everyone that I need to take care of. That is the safest way to be. Okay, because otherwise I'm getting stressed. They're getting stressed. Everybody's getting stressed, and nobody's helping anyone. Everybody's just flailing all over one another. So it's important that one person is strong enough and clear enough to take care of everyone. So I'm not going to be compromising myself anymore. That's the old me. So now I'm going to be doing the opposite of that. And also feeling shame. For a long time, I've been feeling shame about my financial situation. And even though they're way better than they used to be, you know, there's a time when I was in hundreds and thousands of pounds of debt, but now that is not a case anymore, totally debt free. But, when you think, okay, I have this job and I look at people around in my field and thinking they're doing so well. They've got this and they've got that. And you compare yourself with people that you must stop doing because there's so much that I am doing that I should be grateful for. And sometimes I fail to recognize and bring my attention and awareness to that, and which leaves me feeling, you know, less of who I'm meant to be, but less of who I am. So I'm going to be now grateful for where I've got myself to, based on the life that I have lived to this day, and be very proud. And I am very proud. But sometimes the subconscious mind plays those tricks on you. So it's recognizing that that is the old me. From now on, I'm going to be standing guard at the door of that and making sure that I am creating the right energy to progress and be that better version of myself that's doing better each time, better each time, better each time. And another thing, another old program that will keep coming up for probably all of us is that we keep edging God out. We forget that universal energy, the God force, flows through us to experience life through us. And when we forget that God is in charge, and you may not be religious, it may not be God for you, but the universal energy, the source energy, the life force that flows through us, through all of us, and is a part of everything. So which makes us connected because it flows through everything. It flows through the ether, it flows through our bodies, it flows through the plants and the babies and the animals and even the very table right here. It just flows in different frequency of vibration, but we're all connected. Everything is interconnected. So however you look at that energy, we've got to allow it to flow instead of using all the limitations and the fear to hold it from flowing. Because once you start getting into fear, you lock up, you shut down. Your energy is no longer free and beautiful and flowing. It's now contracted, it's stiff, it's still, it's rigid. And so nothing gets to flow. Therefore, you just attract more of that stuff. You're looking out for stuff that are not really there. And then you're creating stuff to be fearful for. So the more fear you're holding in, the more of that energy you've got. So the more you're attracting. So the old version of me, it was edging God out. You know, they call it the ego, edging God out due to fear, because we want to be in protective mode. It's that fight flight system. And we've got to remember just to breathe and let go and recognize that all is well. All is well because I am here, I am alive and well. So therefore, just breathe. Just that pretty simple technique. Just breathe and allow God, allow that life force to flow. Because when that flows, everything flows with it, all the good stuff. Okay, you can think clearer, you make better choices, your body is healthier, you feel happier in yourself when you're letting that flow through. But when you got all rigid, that's where the ill health, that's where the stagnant, that's where the lack of creativity comes from. So breathe, let go. So that's the old self who is always like this. The new self is breathing. She's in flow. And that's my commitment for next year. What is yours? Write it in the comments. What is the old self? What are the things you're going to be letting go? You know, when you write it out and when you share it with other people and put it out there, it's almost like, I don't like to use the word hold you accountable because I don't like anyone to hold me accountable, but you almost make a promise to yourself in the energy and the flow of everyone that's doing it. So it magnifies the process and makes it bigger and gives you the results a lot quicker. So when we share the energy of doing that, that's the whole process around it. So it's not holding you accountable because nobody's going to beat you around the head. You've got to hold yourself accountable. You're responsible for your own life and it's your choice. And you can do whatever you want to do. You can either do it or you don't. Okay. But obviously, if you want to make progress in your life and you want to become a better version of yourself and you want to be on this growth journey with us here at 12, then please come along with us and do the exercise. Okay, you can share, but you don't have to. But it'd be nice to have your comments and your shares. And then once you've done that, we're going to talk about now who is, oh, before we even go there, we're going to relinquish. We're going to let go. We're going to release. We're going to say goodbye to the old self. So we're going to look at it and say, okay, this is all the stuff that you've been holding me back from because of fear of something that may have happened in the past, a previous year, and you've helped me to this point. But now those challenges have passed now, so I don't have to behave in these like this anymore. So this is now redundant. So let's let go. Thank you. Thank you so much for supporting me to this point. Okay, now I'm ready to walk into the new version of me. So she's now done her thing. She's completed her mission, and you send her on her way. You say, thank you. Thank you, 3D Dashna. Thank you, 3D, whoever you are. Thank you, 3D version of myself. Thank you. Now I'm moving into another dimension. I'm stepping up. I'm ascending to a better version of myself. Who is this version of myself? Now, the other part of the exercise is to write this person. Now, do you see yourself as a powerful woman, a strong woman, a goddess, a matriarch, an empress, a vixen, a sexy goddess, princess, beauty, queen? Who are you? Because you're all of those things as long as you choose. You get to choose, okay? And when you choose, based on the many will theory, there are many versions of ourselves. And the one that you choose is the one that you will become. Okay? But you have to choose and say, yes, this is me. I'm the one with this really successful business. I'm the one with a wonderful family. I'm the one with a loving, beautiful relationship. I'm the one that's traveling all over the world and doing all these amazing things. I'm the one with a house in the Caribbean, overlooking the beautiful panorama of the Caribbean Sea. I'm the one with the beautiful pets, the dog, the cat, whatever it is that you're into. Yes, I am the one that's surrounded by wonderful friends who are positive and uplifting, and we laugh, we travel together, we have a wonderful time. I'm the one who has all the money I can spend to do whatever I want. I never have to worry about money because I'm always in ease. I feel so free. My life is just in flow. The universal energy of God just flows through me and guides me and takes me to the higher version of myself on a day-to-day basis, and I have nothing to worry about. I am the one who contributes to the growth and the expansion and the ascension of this earth that we live in. I'm the one that gives back to my community. I'm the one that, whatever it is, write it down, let it flow out of you and feel the energy of it flowing out of you, because you're going to be walking into this person, into this being, into the essence, into the energy of this person in this year coming, for this year coming. So you're going to be practicing now. What does that feel like? What does it feel like when you close your eyes and you see yourself not looking at the person, but being the person? So it's almost like you step into that person and you're being, you're looking around. How is she seeing things? They're brighter, they're bolder, they're more expansive. Yeah. How does she carry herself? How does she dress? You know, there's a smile on her face. She looks confident when she's dealing with people. She's dealing with them with confidence and love. Pure love flows out of her. What's coming for you? I'm pretty much describing myself here. So, what is it for you? You know, you're walking with confidence. You stood on that stage and you're giving a beautiful presentation and you're wowing the crowd because you're inspiring their minds so that they can also evolve to be better versions of themselves as well. And this is basically perpetuated through the whole of the globe. What is it for you? What is it for you? Write it down, because until you write it down, you can't bring it into your reality. You have to write it down, then you're feeling it. You're going through the motions of feeling, experiencing that in your body. Remember, I tell you this on every video, your mind does not know the difference between what you are imagining inside your mind and what is happening in reality. It doesn't know the difference. So you can create the energy of this woman that you're creating for 2024. You can create the energy right now and walk in that energy. Because in walking in that energy, what do? You attract the energy of that to you. So all the circumstances, all the potential, all the opportunities, all the energy matching that, anything is going to come to you to give you the opportunity to get there even quicker. Okay? So you can fight your way doing it, or you can do it the energetic way, which is the quickest way possible, which is to use your imagination, the power of your imagination. Neville Goddard calls it being in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So you have your wish. Your wish is my command. Abracadabra, there, ding, you are her. Now, be her. Simple like that. It's like pretending, yes. It's like when you see children pretending to be a superstar, superhero. You know, you can't tell them that it's not real because it is real inside their mind, which means it's real inside of their reality. It is completely real, which is why a lot of times kids get what they want, because they are so open about things and they're so clear about what they want, and they're, and they're so sure about it. Then we as adults, we just get pulled into that sort of world and we get them what they want, or something as close to it or better than it as possible. Okay. And the same thing happens to us. Okay, because we're no longer children doesn't mean we don't get what we want. We get what we want every time. Again, the Bible says, ask and it is given. Ask and you will receive. Seek, you will find. Knock on the door will be open. And the only time we don't get what we want is when we hold ourselves back. We step in our way because of the limitations that we have. But if we're letting the God force flow through us, then we're going to get everything that we want and everything that we feel that we deserve. So remember, if you don't feel that you deserve it, you can't have it. Okay? But if you feel that you deserve it, if you know who you are, know that God, the force of God, the universal force runs through you. You're here for a purpose. You're here to experience the fullness of life. Therefore, you deserve to be here. You deserve every good thing, just like every one of us. So when you stand in that faith, that power, that knowing, that knowledge, that security, that sureness, then there's nothing that you can't be, do, and have. And you can certainly become this woman that you've written down here on your paper. So just pay attention to how she's walking, how she's talking, who she's talking to, where does she live, and even if you're not there physically right now, it doesn't matter. Okay? What matters is the energy you're creating when you're imagining. That's all that matters, because with that, keep doing that, and you'll soon find that you start moving into that very person. It becomes so habitual that you become her, and everything that you have dreamt and you have imagined becomes true. That is how the law of attraction works. Okay? It's all about energy and attracting energy, but it's a consistent thing. You can't do it 2 days and then forget about it and expect it's going to happen. You got to stay with it. Don't hold on to it tight so you can't breathe. Just stay with it. Stay in the lightness and the joy and the peace and the gratitude of it. Because when you feel that woman that's so free and floating through life, everything just seems, you ever seen people who just everything just kind of come to them? They're just like, wow, she always doing so well. They're always so successful. It's because they know something that you don't know. Some people have it naturally because they were brought up like that. And some people had to learn it and practice it. Practice it. Okay. That's one thing I've noticed through my life is when I choose where I put my energy. When you choose where you put your energy and you put your energy in positive spaces, positive things come to you. Okay. There was a time in my life when I would just be looking at all the misery and all the misery would come. But then the time after that, when I changed and I decided, no more of that. 3 months later, the whole of my life changed. And I kept doing it, and it just keeps changing, and keeps evolving. And the same will happen for you. Okay? So trust that we're more than just this physical, and this mind. We are energetic beings. Everything is energy. And when you learn to use your emotions effectively, because they are your superpower, and you learn to use them properly. So you put your attention in the right places so your energy is always high. Then you're going to attract good things, amazing things, brilliant things, outstanding things, and you're going to be the outstanding woman that you want to be. Trust me on this. Okay? So go and write down this woman and start practicing what it feels like to be her, and walk into that feeling. Every time you walk into work, you walk in as her. Okay, people might think you're strange and you're crazy, but for the ones who think you're strange and crazy and want to beat you down, then you know that you need to turn your head around and keep on walking. Okay? But in the Bible, it says, turn the other cheek, means turn around, keep on walking, and never mind them. Focus your energy where you want it. Okay? Focus your energy where you want it. So focus on who you want, and then that energy will come to you. That person will come to you. Okay? And what else? Yeah. So practice that daily. That's a shortcut, in my opinion, to becoming who you want to be. Okay. So there are a lot of tools that you can use for getting rid of limiting beliefs, such as RTT, rapid transformational therapy. I am a rapid transformational therapist. So if you want to talk to somebody about helping you with some deep things that you need rooting up because you find it too difficult to actually override those on your own, then please visit my website, www.dashnawalsh.com. The website is below this video, so just click on it. It'll take you to the website. You can have a little read around and then book a discovery call if you want to talk more about what it's about, and have a session or two with me. And it only takes a couple of sessions usually to get rid of those limiting problems. And so it doesn't take long at all. And if you like this video, please go ahead and click the like button right now. Go on, I'm waiting for you. Click it, please. Thank you. And share in the comments how you feel about this video. And also, if you want to share what the old self was and who the new self is becoming, because you're writing this out because you're becoming her. But then come 2024, you are being her. Okay, so you are now taking on all those characteristics of that person, and you're practicing, just like you see children play out in their imagination. You are in your imagination practicing. Okay, and for the things that won't look so weird when you take it out into the public spaces, you're practicing there as well. So you walk out and you walk out as a confident person. Your posture is open, and you're smiling, and you're coming from a place of love. You're letting your heart lead, not your head. Okay, heart first, head will follow. Okay, never the other way around. So yes, so please leave your comments. Let me know how you're doing, who you're becoming, and so that you can hold yourself accountable, and also be in that energy with the rest of us here who are doing the same thing to bring ourselves to the next version of ourselves in 2024. It's going to be awesome. Looking forward to hearing all the success stories and telling you mine come 2024 of all the things that happen based on working from this tool of being a new version of myself, just being her, creating her and being her, practicing her until she becomes who my natural way of being is. Okay. And if you have not subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button. And if you don't mind sharing with a friend or someone you think may benefit. And I just want to say thank you so much. I'm really grateful that you're here. And till the next time, start practicing now. Okay? It is not airy-fairy, mumbo-jumbo, crazy stuff. Okay? This is energy science, and it works. It absolutely works. It's brought me this far, and I've come from some serious, crazy, weird, strange, sad, stressful, deep, dark, depressed places. Okay? But here I am now, sharing with you, being on social media, talking in public, when that was something that was furthest from my mind. I would tell you, heck no, that was not going to happen. Look at me now. So join me. And till next time, I'm going to stop talking now. Thank you again. Take care. Bye-bye.